Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are doing some intention magic for the full moon that just passed. So full moons are all about releasing, completion, releasing things that, we're letting go of, cleansing away from our bodies, mind, spirits, so that we can truly align ourselves to the people, places, things, situations that are truly meant for us. And so with the, tail end of the full moon, it's been 3 days. So now we're in waning moon, but it is a super moon, and the effects of the full moon last for they can last for weeks, months, sometimes even, especially with the lingering energy from the eclipse that we've had, the eclipses. So with this, even though it's it was the full moon and now it's the waning moon, having it be the waning moon emphasizes what we are releasing, because in that waning phase, we are truly letting go, cleansing, releasing. So that actually amplifies that energy of what we are letting go of. So basically what we are going to do today is I am going to use the affirmations that I had written for the full moon. So you can find those in the affirmations video. There's a transcript where you'll see all of the affirmations written out. You can look at the affirmations and see which ones you resonate the most with, and then use those. If you want to use them all, then feel free to do so. You can definitely do that. And then we're going to use that piece of paper as our intention magic. The first time I thought to do this was the last the last new moon. So I'm just running with that because I love it. I think this is a great idea. Pat on the back. So yeah, feel free to run with that if you align with it too. So for the intention magic, basically on my other side of paper, I have lists of what the negative aspects of the small intestine and the heart are, and then the positive attributes of what those organs are. And those organs are attached or associated with the solar plexus chakra, so the small intestine and the heart. So I'll read those for you because that can be helpful as to what we are clearing. So for these small intestines, what we are releasing from that standpoint of those psychological attributes that are connected to the small intestine are confusion, poor decision making, and prejudice behavior. And for the heart chakra, what we are releasing is hate, guilt, shock, nervousness, longing, or cravings. So the positive things that we are attracting by releasing these negative attributes, so for the small intestine, is discernment, to know what is for you and what is not, mental clarity, and judgments. So there's a difference between prejudice behavior, judging a book by its cover, versus having the discernment and making judgments in a way that's it's like using your common sense, taking the energy of what's present to you and making a smart choice from that, using your discernment, your judgment to make the best call for yourself. So that's very different than judging based on, face value. You're not knowing that person and judging them by the way they look, for a very broad example. Okay, so for the heart, what we are bringing in is joy, love, wisdom, contentment, peace, and gratitude. So you can see the energy is very different from those positive attributes compared to the negative ones. So of course, we want to release any little bits of shadows that might be ruminating in our energy field. Of course, we want to release that to bring in all the goodness that the small intestine and the heart have to offer us in the form of their positive attributes. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is you're going to take your piece of paper here. You don't have to write out the negative attributes and the positive ones. You can just simply have the intention that you are releasing these things that are less favorable, and you're welcoming in the more positive attributes. I can write them out in the comments or in the description. So if you'd like to write them out, then you can. Otherwise, you can just set the intention that like, this is what I'm releasing and this is what I'm calling forward. So basically what you're going to do here is you're going to draw perpendicular lines on your paper. So I just need to press hard for this pen because I want to use a yellow pen for the solar plexus, because that is the color that's associated with that. Okay, so you have your perpendicular lines. This is a funky pen, so I had to draw several lines. Okay, so there's your perpendicular lines, and then we are writing a word that we'd like to release. So out of those words, is there one that sticks out with you the most? If not, you can just say releasing what doesn't serve me. Okay, so when it comes to drawing sigils, whenever you choose your word, you can you can write the word at the top of the page, and then you scratch out the double letters and the vowels. So you're only keeping the single letter consonants. Okay, so let's say you choose love. You scratch out the O and the E and you just use the L and the V. And if there's two L's in love, for what, that's not it, but you know what I mean? If there's two L's in a word, you're not going to use both L's. You're just going to use the one as an example, okay? So, so what we are releasing with this, let's say we are releasing confusion, right? So we are keeping the C, the N, the F, the S, and that's it. So what I would do is look at the list of the words that are associated with the small intestine and the heart in the description box, what I had just mentioned, and see if there's one that sticks out more than the others and use that as your word. Otherwise, you can just pick something in your life that you want to release. What are the things you want to release that are holding you back from being the creator of your life, the leader of your life? What is holding you back from following your dreams? What is holding you back from taking inspired action? These are the types of things that we want to look at, because those are the themes of the solar plexus. What is it that's keeping you from being motivated? What is it that's keeping you from feeling courageous and bold and brave and ready to take that leap of faith? So fine tune, what that is for you. You can close your eyes and really, hone in on it, see what comes up for you, and then use that word or that phrase. If you're using a phrase, write that phrase out and just cancel out all of the vowels and all the double letters. And then you'll just use all of the letters that are left for that phrase. And same goes for if you're just using a single word. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to write it in the comments and I can address them. But I think I was pretty clear, but maybe I wasn't. I don't know. Okay, so what I am going to do here is I'm going to just pick one of these words that I am connecting with the most that I would like to release, okay? And I'm not going to tell you because it's private. Okay. Oh, and whenever you're writing your letters in your perpendicular lines, you're drawing them abstractly on your perpendicular line. So you're taking, let's say, a part of B and putting a line here, and then part of your B maybe over here, maybe another part of your B over here. So you're just like abstractly drawing them out. Okay. And then, so now what we're going to do is draw a square counterclockwise on these perpendicular lines. So taking the top right to the top left, and this is going to show up backwards because of how I'm filming. So make sure you go counterclockwise and not follow the video because it makes it look like it's going the wrong direction. So top right to top left to bottom left to bottom right, and bottom right to top right. And there you go. You've contained your magic in that counterclockwise direction with that word that you're releasing, or that phrase, whatever it is for you. And then, so now, yeah, now we're good. Okay, so you can write at the bottom, I have now released. And let's say you want to use like all of the words that are the negative attributes from the small intestine and the heart. Just write out all the words, and same thing goes for that phrase. Like just write out all the words and cancel out all the vowels and double letters. And the whatever letters are left are the ones that you would write on your sigil. So now you're gonna write your name, your date, and your address 3 times. There you go. So you've written your name, your address, the date 3 times. You wrote, I have now released. You've drawn your sigil. And now you can just draw your signature at the bottom. Like, yep, that's me. Beautiful. And that's it. So now you can simply fold up your piece of paper. And the beautiful thing about using the affirmations on the back of your paper is that this is what you're calling forward, and then you've already, like in this other section, this is what you're releasing. So it's like you're releasing this, and then you're bringing in the affirmations, basically all of the goodness that is the positive attributes and the things that we are trying to cultivate at this time from the empowerment of the solar plexus and that full moon in Aries. So you're calling all of these affirmations in, and then specifically releasing what you have contained in your sigil here. Okay, so from here, you can just fold up your piece of paper. Whenever you're doing purely a release statement, you want to fold the piece of paper away from you. But since we have our positive affirmations here that we're attracting and what we're releasing, it doesn't necessarily matter how you fold it. So you can fold it in a very loving way, just knowing that you are releasing things that aren't serving you, and that you are attracting the blessings that are going to just flow into your life in the best and like most magical way. Okay, so here we go. Now just folding that piece of paper with love, with gratitude for the things that you're releasing, because you wouldn't be who you are today if you didn't have these lessons, from these negative attributes. And you are becoming more powerful because you're turning your weaknesses into strengths. You're recognizing what needs to change, and you're shifting that for yourself. You are becoming an alchemist. You are changing and transmuting this energy. You are with that awareness, you are fully being like, no, I am putting an end to this, and this is what I'm calling in instead. You are, but in the act of doing this, becoming the leader of your life. Even if it's something weird for you that you don't normally do, you just doing this is showing the universe, being like, wow, okay, they're ready to let this go, and they're ready to receive all of the blessings from all the space, that's been created from those release statements. You're like open to receive all of the blessings of all the goodness that's coming to you. So take that piece of paper and you're gonna light it on fire in a safe place, and then so it is. It is going out into the universe, and the magic is done, and just like that. And I have my fancy dancy hand here. So I'm gonna take this outside, I'm gonna light it up, and I'll include that in the video. So have a beautiful evening or day, and I'm so proud of you for doing this. You are amazing, and you are becoming so powerful every single day by following your heart, trusting your gut and your internal guidance system, and taking that inspired action to making your dreams a reality. So bravo, bravo, you're so good. Have a great evening or day, wherever it is for you, and I will see you again in the next video.